So good morning team, happy Saturday. Well, I mean, it's Saturday for me right now. It's probably, maybe a Sunday for you? Sunday afternoon, Sunday morning, Monday. So I think, I'm like 99% sure that my media unit has just arrived. I've just got a message saying that there's a large parcel arrived. I'm getting excited. There's a large parcel arrived downstairs and that's the only thing I can think it is. So let's go make that media unit. Oh, also, like and subscribe because it really does help the channel. Thank you. So my media unit has finally arrived. I decided to go with the zigzag media shelf from the brand Hem. I spent a lot of time online just researching what I think would work best in my apartment, and I went for this in the walnut. I just think it's gonna really add this kind of like nice just contrast in the apartment because a lot of the wood I have at the moment is very light. So I'm looking forward to seeing what this walnut brown will look like. Okay, so I think that is just beautiful. I'm so glad I went with the walnut because I did have the option to go for a lighter wood, like I think it was an oak, and that looks just so good right now, like with nothing on it. I'm so happy. I'm so happy with that. That walnut just is beautiful. It did exactly what I wanted it to do in this apartment. I'll link this zigzag shelf in the description box down below. They have a few other different ones that you can choose between, but that is just beautiful. Do you know what I loved? That was so easy to put together. Now, as far as the decor on the shelf, this is just what I've put up now while I was filming. I probably will play around with it a bit and just see what I like the most. But again, because I've got my projector now, that's just gonna shoot up there. And yeah, I'm just glad that I've gotten rid of the TV. I don't like a TV in the living room, and this just looks so much better, and it's really, really tidied up that area. So I honestly couldn't be happier. So on a day like today, when I'm feeling just like physically burnt out, I kind of like to make like something like what I call like soul food. It's just something that like makes you feel better when you consume it. And for me, that's avocado on toast, which is like just a standard meal for most people. But I am gonna make it a little bit fancier. I'm actually gonna crush up the avocado. It's gonna be a little bit of feta, a little bit of tomatoes as well. Overall, the goal is just to make me physically feel a little bit more rejuvenated and just like treat myself a bit. Oh my god. I inhaled like feta. What the hell? Oh, this is meant to be like soul food and help me feel better. Oh, that went wrong. So wrong. I've been like obsessed with mango lately. So I'm about to meet up with Henry now to go get a coffee and catch up, and mainly I want my damn pain chocolat because the ones that Jolene's do are just phenomenal. I'm gonna be starting off with these really nice dark brown trousers that I picked up a few months ago, actually from UNIQLO. For the vest, I've got the Daniel Simmons one. Now I know socks aren't like the most interesting piece. However, these ones from the brand like they're from a Japanese brand. I'll put it up on screen. I just can never remember. They are so thick and so cozy, like perfect for winter, and also perfect for wearing with boots. They'll just keep you, they'll keep your toes, little tootsies, nice and warm. Now for the next layer, I've got this really cozy cashmere black sweater. Now I know a lot of people, again, don't like black and brown together. However, I personally do. So next I'm gonna go with my Legacy boots. I've had these ones for a while now. I've got them also in black. I personally recommend, pretty much with all Legacy shoes, is to go true to size. Again, try them on first if you can. And because we are sitting around that 6 degrees, obviously I've got to have something so cozy. This is the ACNE Studios one, which is so sick. Love it. Always love wearing this in winter. For my final piece, I'm gonna go with my wool fisherman's beanie, just to add a little bit of green, play with those tones a little bit more. And that is today's outfit. It's a little bit more on that kind of like smart side, a little bit more dressed up. And yeah, I really like it. It's gonna keep me nice and cozy.
I know you come as you please, still I wait so patiently. Your kiss is so heavenly, you made a pagan believe. Your love is safe with me, I'm done with self-misery. Your touch is so heavenly, you made a pagan believe. You made a pagan believe. Your touch is so heavenly, your touch is so heavenly. You made a pagan believe. I know God is a woman, 'cause you showed me how to love. Nothing seems so important, and you came and showed me up. I've been praying for some.
So I'm about to FaceTime my girlfriend. Some of you know this, some of you don't, but I do long distance. I live in London, she lives in New York. So I thought I'd just give a few thoughts on how like I deal / we deal with like being in a long distance relationship. First, trust. You need trust. If you do not have that, it's, in my opinion, just not gonna work. The second is communication. Communication is key, and I would even say over communicate. That's, I think, definitely what we have down very well. So if one person is feeling, even if it's got nothing to do with the relationship, they're having a bad day or they're having a happy day or whatever, just communicate. The third one is that we kind of like have these kind of rough like set times and kind of set like rituals that we kind of do. So I go to bed first, right? So I'll say goodnight to her and we'll chat and I'll say goodnight, blah, blah, blah. But then when I'm asleep, she'll eventually go to bed and there'll be like a voice note or something for me to wake up to. And it's just little things like that that just help being in a long distance relationship. We typically go anywhere from 2 weeks to 4 weeks without seeing each other. This one is a 4-week one. Now, would I recommend long distance relationships? Definitely not. They are not fun. This is not an ideal situation for us. It is hard. It's, you miss them. There's a constant in your day, no matter how good my day is going, I am missing her. Because she is not here, that she's not here for me even to just come home to or smile at or just share the day with. You can be having a great day and still deep down back, there's just a little bit of, I wish she was here. So I definitely don't recommend a long distance relationship. but most of the time if you're in a long distance relationship, you didn't choose it, it was the only option. Our goal is to resolve this eventually. If you can avoid a long distance relationship, I would say try to avoid it. But if you can't, trust and communication are going to be your two best friends. So.
I haven't seen your face. Come back. I haven't seen your face.
I have a quick question. So I'm filming. If you had to quickly say, what do you think is important for us to maintain a long distance relationship, what would your answer be?
I think it's weird. It's communication, but sometimes also knowing that it's okay, not to. I think sometimes in long distance relationships, there's a pressure to be talking all the time, but that's not really realistic.
Yeah.
So it's being able to say if you need some space, or say that you want to talk, and not just talk for the sake of, not just texting for the sake of texting, but trying to keep your conversations meaningful. And then I think at least for me, I know this is maybe not necessarily tips on maintaining a long distance, but it's more I need to know when I'm next going to see you in person.
So if you remember in the last London Diaries, I said that I would be receiving the fleece samples, and this is it. I've had this one officially for a week now. I've been wearing the hell out of it, mainly because I need to see what I like and what I don't like, and I absolutely love it. There are a few changes that need to be made, which I already knew. For example, the cuffs on this are black at the moment, and that's just because we wanted to see just what it was like and we didn't want to dye them straight away. Also, the piping here is going to be changed, and we're also changing the zip. But the main thing with this sample was to see if I was really happy with the overall fit of it and the length, and I absolutely am. And it's always what I've struggled with fleeces, is they just all seem to come too long. So what I did on this one, it's not making it cropped or anything like that, it's just a really nice finish, and adding in the drawstring. So if you do want, you can obviously tighten it up and go shorter and stuff if you like. Again, there are changes that need to be made on this. For example, this drawstring is too long, it's gonna have metal. So again, this is just the very base of it. Now here is the cream one. Now I haven't been wearing this one as much because this is undyed. It actually came out a lot longer at the end, so that's something that we need to take into consideration. So again, the length is a fair bit longer on this. This is not giving you the most accurate reading, but you get the idea. What just arrived now were the other two colors that we're thinking of going for. So in total, we're looking at choosing between 2 to 3 colors. And I think this is gonna be quite hard, so I would really like your help. So these are the 2 colors that arrived today. And as you see, these ones do have a bit more of the details that we're gonna be going for. We've gone with the corduroy. This has got brown corduroy throughout, and we've actually added on the Riri metal zips, which is such a nice touch. Very, very good quality. And then with the drawstring as well, we've changed it out, and we've got the metal hardware there as well. To give you an idea of how the sampling process works, pretty much when we get sent over, we had 50 swatches. So swatches are just bits of material about this big, just all different colors, shapes, sizes, and it took us so long to find this type of wool. What I loved about this type of wool was I think it's called boucle. I wanted something that was prominent and had a lot of texture, but yet didn't change when you sat on it or moved or anything like that. And I'm so happy with the quality of this one. I think my top favorites, honestly, are the navy and the brown. As you do see there, you've got that really nice corduroy and the metal zip. Now we are looking at getting a little bit of a just embroidery right here, very, very subtle, just for the little bit of branding. But this is what the brown one looks like. So happy with this. Now this one's been going on for quite a while because it took me such a long time to nail the fit that I wanted, and the length, and how just the shoulders are, and the overall kind of boxy shape to this whole thing. This is how the orange one looks. It's just so nice. It's actually insane. I hope you can see what I'm talking about here, because that is just incredible. Again, this one doesn't have any of the hardware detail on it, but it'll give you an idea. Shit. As you see, that's the length of this one, which some of you might like, but I personally prefer that type of shape. Let me know in the comment section down below which are your favorites. Go with top 3 colors, but if you think we should do all 4, let me know that as well. Remember, your guys' opinion and feedback is so important with this brand, because the way I see it, again, it is our brand that we're building up together.